Shawn Ray here with another edition of the Shawn Ray Report at Muscle and Fitness and Flex. And I want to talk to you guys a little bit about some of the inquiries I've been getting. A lot of it has to do with how do I monetize my career? And I mean, that's a very general blanket state. How do you monetize your career? I mean, I got into bodybuilding as a passion, something I just wanted to change the way that I looked. And my passion over 4 years turned into a profession. From that profession, it turned it into a business, which ultimately became a career. I think a lot of you guys starting out right now are jumping the gun, trying to figure out how can you make money doing this and what do I got to do on Instagram and Facebook to monetize my time. I think what you need to do is focus on the product first. The product is this, the physique. Make the physique as best you can, give the audience as best you can, and hopefully you wind up in the winner's circle. We know a lot of athletes that have gone on to have a measurable success without having the pro card. I know that some very notorious bodybuilders, for example, Roy Lelandmeyer and Matt Mendenhall were coming up in the era that I was just catching on to, never earned their pro status, but they are legendary bodybuilders in the game, some of the best amateurs people will ever see. They graced many magazine covers. Rory was one of the legendary trainers of all time. Matt Mendenhall went on to become a chiropractor, dated the original Miss Olympia, Rachel McClish. That was his girlfriend for a time. And he was all over the Weider magazines and did very well for himself in a marketing sense. Now, fast forward. We have all these opportunities, all these divisions from the men's physique, classic physique, women's bikini, all that. There are a million different ways to find your niche. But the number one way to find your niche, take care of the business in the gym. Do the cardio. Eat the right nutrition. Pick the right shows that'll put you in the best position to be noticed. And then surround yourself with people that are smarter than you. I mean, I latched on to people that were in places I wanted to be, and I just clung to them like a sponge and listened and learned how they articulate the business side of things. I learned what goes into promoting a bodybuilding show. Now I'm a bodybuilding promoter. I learned how the commentators navigate their way from one athlete to the next and what the viewers want to hear and the constructive criticism and the positives. And I found a way to articulate that to the point where I now am a commentator for bodybuilding and fitness. I also learned the art of writing. I've been writing articles for Flex Magazine, Muscle and Fitness, Muscular Development, Muscle Mag International, of course, Muscle and Fitness, since I started. And I never gave that passion up. I've always written things down. So public speaking, I took those courses in college to be ready so that if I had the opportunity, put a mic in my face, win a couple of titles, be in a position of motivation or inspiration, I knew how to articulate from beginning, middle to an end, and that created a demand for myself to go out and tell my story, whether it was about professional bodybuilding or about my personal experiences. At least I worked on that. I studied how to do it. I just didn't hope it all fell into place when they gave me a microphone. So what I'm encouraging you guys is that there's gyms that you can latch on to. Find a local gym that might sponsor you and support you. Let them know the competition you're getting ready for. Let them know that maybe you can do some advertising for them. Look for their support. Find the addresses of companies that are fitness minded. And what I did when I was coming up before the internet is that I found all the nutrition stores, all the gyms, anything that had to do with bodybuilding. I went out and printed up 500 8x10s, black and white, relatively cheap, autographed all of them, personalized them to the store that I was going to stick in an envelope and mail out direct. And then I put on the backside my availability, my return address, and my phone number, and my fax number for them to reach me. And I would send this out into the universe. If I sent out 500 of these, all I needed to get back was maybe 10 or 20. And I could work forward from there. But they had to know how to reach me. Number two, they had to know who I was. Number three, they also had to know that I was interested and that I was available. You cannot go out and win competitions, get back on the plane, go home, and wait for the phone to ring. You've got to do the follow-up. You have to do the work. It's almost like being in Hollywood. It doesn't stop with the auditions. You get your Z card, you send them out to different places, you go to different auditions, and you go to different red carpet events. So you have to do the networking side. And from the networking side, you'll find there may be a clothing company out there, there may be a gym out there, or maybe a supplement company, or a media outlet. But number one is the money maker. You have to put in the work in the gym, give the sweat equity, and then go out and market yourself the same way you would a brand new product. I encourage you all to tune in to the Shark Tank and learn about marketing products. You're the product. Listen to the delivery and then try to figure out a way how to get all of that stuff out into the universe. You've got a lot more tools than I had. Twitter, Facebook, YouTube, all of that, Instagram, Snapchat. Use that to your advantage to let the world know who you are but do the work, win the shows, and even if you don't win, be a good sport, find your passion, and from your passion will come the work, and then comes the sponsorships. For Shawn Ray Report, Muscle Fitness and Flex, I'm out.